In our I Learn Through Play Toddler Workbook series, our holiday workbook week 4, we have Christmas. Now a few fun things to do for worksheets such as this is to first of course do the worksheet, teach the child about, for instance, snow and snowmen, and then something fun you can do is to make your very own snow globe. Now what you can do is you can take any jar you can find in the house that is see-through, whether it's a jam jar or where coffee was in, any see-through jar, and then you and the child together are going to make their own snow globe. But remember, you want the child to do as much of the activity as they can. So you can, for instance, take a watering can like this with a nice small end and have the child throw water into the jar. Have them do it themselves as far as possible and teach them about throwing into the jar. And this is water, can you see? It's rising. It was empty and now it's full. Then you can have the child pick some things to throw into. So they can, for instance, take little rocks, they can take sand, they can take shells, they can take glitter, anything they feel like. And what you can maybe do is have them count. So you say, we're taking 1 scoop of the glitter into the jar. We're taking 2 scoops of the shells into the jar. And then you can even throw in some sand for the bottom. You close the lid. You can even decorate it after it's done with a nice ribbon or some stickers, and then have the child shake it because they want to see all the pretty things they threw in there move around and fall to the bottom. You can even make a few of them in different sizes and then ask the child, can you shake your smallest snow globe for me? And can you put the small one on top of the big one? You can even have them make these snow globes as presents to give to family and friends, where they can maybe write the name of the people who they're gifting it to onto the snow globes. So these are just a few fun examples of worksheets such as this, but remember to make it fun and interactive and on the level of your child's learning. So enjoy learning with your child. In our I Learn Through Play Toddler Workbook series, our workbook holiday week 2, we have camping. Now a few fun things to do with a worksheet such as this to make it practical and not just on the page is to make this worksheet on the table. So you take objects of different sizes, shapes, colors and textures and you place it randomly on the table. And then you take 1 or 2 fish and you place it in between. Now these fish you can either cut out of magazines or newspapers, or you can draw them yourself and cut out and then hide them in between the objects. And then you ask the child, can you find the fish? Come on, let's go catch the fish. Where's the fish? Where's the fish? There's the fish. And then after they have caught their fish, ask them to throw the fish into a bucket. And then you can also even use a shovel and have them pick up the fish with a shovel and throw it into the bucket. Then what you can do after that is to ask the child to look for example, the red string. Can you find the red string for me? Pick up the red string, and now we're going to throw one end of the string into the bucket. And now let's see if we can catch another fish. And then what you can do while you're doing this activity is to talk to the child about the sun and the importance of putting on sunscreen. So you can tell the child, when we go outside into the sun and go fishing, we need to remember to put on our sunscreen because we don't want to burn. And also we have to put on our hat and our sunglasses so that we do not turn into a tomato. Now these are just a few fun and interactive things to do with a worksheet such as this, but remember to make it on the level of your child's learning. So enjoy learning with your little one. In our I Learn Through Play Toddler Workbook series, our workbook holidays week 2, we have camping. And now a few fun things you can do for worksheets such as this is to put the worksheet visually and practically for the child. So not just on the paper. For instance, you can take a few random objects and place them on the table. It can be strings, shapes, colors, different objects of different sizes and shapes. And then place 1 or 2 fish in between. And then you ask the child, can you help me find the fish? Where's the fish? Where's the fish? There's the fish. And then you can have the child, after they have caught the fish, you can have them throw it into a bucket. So you ask, can you catch the fish for me? Oh, we got the fish. And now throw it into the bucket. You can also use a shovel to throw things into the bucket to mimic the act of catching fish. And then you can also take the piece of string and mimic catching fish after you've thrown it into the bucket. So you say, can you find the blue string for me? You pick up your blue string and say, let's throw it into the bucket to see if we can catch a fish. Now these are just a few practical and fun activities to do with a worksheet such as this. But remember, in our I Learn Through Play Toddler workbook series, our holiday workbook week 1, we have beach vacation. Now a few fun things to do for worksheets such as this is after you've done the worksheet with your child, you make your very own beach experience at your very own house. So what you can do is you can take the crate that comes with your box set and you can either fill it with sand or you can fill it with water. And then if you fill it with water, you have your very own water pit for the child to play in. You can either put them in their bathing suits and put them inside of the crate to play with. Or you can let them sit outside and throw balls into the water, take buckets and pour the water out, pour the water in, let floatable objects float on the water, show them that some things float and some things sink. So you make your very own beach experience wherever you are. And you can even then take sand and build sand castles while you have your water pit there. Now what you can then also do is you can take some seashells and you can have them count the seashells, perhaps by throwing it into the water. So you say, we're throwing in 1 seashell, we're throwing in 2 seashells. Or if you have floating objects, ask them how many objects is floating in the water and have them count it. And just like that, you make your very own fun beach vacation experience without even having to be at the beach. But remember to make it fun and interactive and on the level of your child's learning. So enjoy learning with your child.